All right, so what this video is about is why, I'm so big on G.I. Joe 1987, which is, the brand I'm creating. And the reason that exists is because of the G.I. Joe animated movie in 1987, which was Cobra Law, which Cobra Commander, became a multi-eyed bullshit snake. I think what happened was, I'm not going to offend anybody because they've got to all be gone. They've got to be gone from Hasbro by now. Is that they lost control of, you know, the original vision of G.I. Joe, and they went to some weird bullshit from, let's say, some liberals who took G.I. Joe in a direction that didn't gel with anybody. Not then, not now. So what I'm doing is I am doing a alternate timeline in my imagination where Cobra Law never happened. Cobra Commander is still, a dominant commander. Serpentor's interesting, and I've worked with him in my imagination a little bit, but I'm going to rule him out of G.I. Joe 1987. And I'm going to move forward with what I think where G.I. Joe would have gone. And, you know, you look at the toys that came out from 87 and on, it looks to me like the designers and the model makers, I don't think they were fans. I think they got out of college, they got a job, and they made some bullshit. And if you look at it, it's just embarrassing. So GI Joe 1987, what I'm doing with it is I am making a world not unlike the Star Wars movies from the past 10 years or so, or not Star Wars, the Star Trek movies from the past 10 years or so, where they made an alternate history. That is what I'm doing. And I think anybody with a like mind like me who doesn't love Star Brigade, can you believe they did that? Will enjoy my creations. Behind me is a 3D version of the Cobra Missile Command. That's not quite G.I. Joe 1987. That was just me taking, not a Larry Hama, oh my God, Ron Rudak creation and making 3D of it. Ron Rudak and Larry Hama are two of my just idols in life. Those guys, man, they don't know how much they touched children's lives. I didn't know who they were until the past 4 or 5 years, but now I just adore those guys. So anyway, G.I. Joe 1987 is all about the history that I'm creating. And, Hasbro keeps making figures. I love classified. They're beautiful. They're sculpted in a way that, goddamn, that is Michelangelo's sculpture. But that's not where I'm at. The classifieds are modern. It's great, but you're missing a whole group of people like me who would spend hundreds of dollars on vehicles and action figures that are O-ring and bring us back to our youth. Which, goddamn, man, if I'd have known how much my youth mattered to me while I was living it, shit, I didn't know it, but I know it now. I've had marriages, divorces, children, and as I get older, I look back to a simpler time, and goddamn, I miss that simpler time, and I'm reliving it right now, and I'm bringing you guys with me. So if you've watched this whole video, I thank you and appreciate you. G.I. Joe 1987.